What followed was chaos. The visitors immediately launched countermeasures, claiming the message was terrorist-propped message came through every communications channel simultaneously. The aliens are not your friends. At first, nobody took it seriously. Humanity had been in contact with the visitors for 6 months, and they had been nothing but generous. They'd arrived in orbit with their gleaming ships and promises of advanced technology. Disease cures, clean energy, faster than light travel, they offered it all freely, asking only for cultural exchange and the opportunity to establish embassies on Earth. Commander Jack Reed of the United Earth Defense Force had been suspicious from the beginning. 20 years in military intelligence had taught him to be wary of gifts that seemed too good to be true. They're playing a long game, he told Admiral Thompson during a secure briefing. No species crosses interstellar space, just to play nice. Thompson dismissed his concerns. The world has embraced them, Commander. The economy is booming with their tech. Global tensions are at historic lows. That's exactly my point, Reed insisted. They've united us against a common enemy that doesn't exist yet. Reed's team had been monitoring unusual patterns. Humans who spent time with the visitors began showing subtle behavioral changes, increased aggression toward critics of the alien alliance, unusual loyalty to visitor initiatives, memory gaps around certain meetings. When Reed tried to bring evidence to the Security Council, his access was revoked. He found himself reassigned to an administrative position far from any visitor contact. That's when Maria, his longtime colleague in signals intelligence, contacted him through encrypted channels. They got into our quantum networks last week, she told him over a scrambled line. I've been tracking their data packets. They're scanning our defense systems, mapping our infrastructure. Why? They already have open access to most of our technology. It's not about technology, Maria said. It's about vulnerabilities. 3 days later, Maria disappeared. Her apartment stood empty, her digital footprint erased as if she never existed. Reed went underground, gathering a small team of similarly concerned specialists. Tom, a neurobiologist who had noticed anomalies in brain scans of humans who worked closely with visitors. Anna, a communications expert who had detected encrypted transmissions between visitor embassies and their ships. And Paul, a former Special Forces operator who borrowed military hardware when needed. Operating from an abandoned Cold War bunker, they studied patterns and made a horrifying discovery. The visitors' technology contained microscopic organisms that integrated with human neural tissue. Not enough to control minds directly, but sufficient to dampen specific emotional responses. Fear, suspicion, outrage, emotions crucial for self-preservation. They're not invading our planet, Tom explained. They're invading our species. But why? Anna asked. What do they want? The answer came when they intercepted a transmission between the mothership and what appeared to be their home system. Paul had modified a deep space array to catch the signal. Reed translated the alien communications slowly. They're farmers. We're not being invaded, we're being harvested. Analysis of their biochemistry revealed the truth. The visitors metabolized complex emotional hormones that humans produce naturally. Their biology couldn't synthesize these compounds, but they could extract them from human hosts. The technology gifts, the friendly diplomatic missions, all were preparation for a systematic harvesting operation that would leave humanity alive but emotionally stunted, like docile livestock. With Earth's governments compromised and global communications monitored, Reed's team made a desperate plan. They would use the visitors' own quantum network against them, piggybacking on their transmissions to send a warning to every connected device on Earth simultaneously. One message, Reed said, simple enough that it can't be misinterpreted, clear enough that it might break through their emotional dampening. The operation nearly failed. Visitor security forces surrounded their bunker just as Paul finished the transmission sequence. Hannah took a plasma blast to the shoulder, and Tom didn't make it out at all, but the message went through. Those 5 words flashed across every screen on the planet. The aliens are not your friends, Aganda. Most people, their suspicions dulled by alien technology, believe them. But not everyone. Something about those 5 words triggered a primal defense mechanism in the human brain that overcame the dampening effect. Questions arose. Investigations began. People started noticing the memory gaps, the personality changes in their friends and family. Resistance formed. At first, they were labeled conspiracy theorists and radicals. Then evidence began to surface. A visitor was injured in a transport accident, revealing internal organs specialized for extracting and storing human biochemicals. A technician discovered recording devices in the medical scanners gifted to hospitals worldwide. The turning point came when Reed's team broadcast the intercepted transmission worldwide. Hearing the visitors discuss humanity as renewable resources in their own language broke the spell for millions. The war that followed wasn't fought with traditional weapons. It was a struggle for the human mind, for emotional independence. Humanity had one crucial advantage. The visitors had underestimated human adaptability. While some people succumbed completely to the neural manipulation, others developed resistance. Children born after first contact seemed naturally immune. Reed didn't live to see the visitors retreat. He died leading an assault on their primary embassy, but not before uploading a virus into their network that turned their emotional dampening technology against them. Without access to human emotional compounds, the visitors faced biochemical starvation. 5 years after that first warning message, the last visitor ship left Earth orbit. Humanity began the long process of recovery, removing alien technology from their infrastructure and developing safeguards against future manipulation. When the next alien species made contact decades later, they were met with a unified human response. We welcome peaceful exchange, but remember our history. We gave one warning about the last visitors. This time, we won't give any at all.